Welcome back, everybody, to the 2015 Pro League Round 1 Grand Finals here between SK Telecom T1 and the Jin Air Green Wings. We did just see Dark defeat SOS there on Foxtrot Labs, and he's going to go up against another player from the Jin Air Green Wings. I feel like they've got two more choices, Rogue or Maru. Who are you saying it's going to be?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think they're going to be putting Terminator in at this point, and it is going to be Rogue. Just spoil it all.
I don't think it's going to be Terminator, man, even though he did play quite well.
He has been playing well, but he's very on and off. So it is going to be Rogue, the one player standing before Maru. And this guy, you know, he's also been one of these Zergs that have struggled in recent times, Valdez. He's had a lot of mental weakness, actually, more than anything else.
Yeah.
He's just been crumbling under the pressure, getting way too frustrated. Luckily, this time, it's only a best of one, so he doesn't have that first game lost to really tilt him. He has to make it all happen in one game.
Yeah, that's really important. A lot of people like to call this kid the top 5 Zerg, as well as Dark here. So it's going to be a battle of some of the biggest Zergs in Korea. Here's Dark once again. He is 0-1 against Zerg. In Pro League, that one loss was against Bjol. If you remember that one, Bjol able to hold off some aggression and get ahead.
That's right. That was
take it to ZVZ.
That was a merry-go-round match, I believe. And
yeah, I think so.
It went the distance. It was a full-blown macro game, and yeah, Bjol just ended up beating him down. This map, I think it's going to see a lot of the same. It's going to go the distance, going to go to the 3 base. It's most likely going to be a Roach War. It is King Sejong. A lot of defensive positioning, a lot of turtling can happen. And I love this song, Valdez.
Me too, man. I'm just really excited to get into this game. King's Angel Station's got a very long rush distance, even though it is a 2-player map. I wonder if one of these players is going to go for some aggression, or will we just see a straight-up macro game? Let's jump into game number 6 after some predictions.
Ooh, 3 apiece, Valdez, and no one knows what's going on.
Yep, no one has any idea, except you and me, Moonlade. We're 100% right all the time, of course.
Of course, Valdez. That's why we're here, man. And yeah, I'm definitely giving this one to Dark. Even though both have had shaky performances in recent times, I think he can do it.
Well, let's see, Moonlight. Let's jump into the game. Dark versus Rogue on King Sejong Station. Down here in the bottom right in the red, the Zerg player for SK Telecom, it is Dark.
In the blue to the top left, it is Rogue for Jin Air Green Wings. Been known as Sad Rogue in recent times.
Sad Rogue.
Sad Rogue. He's been losing games and making these very sad faces. Let's hope not today, Valdez. Let's hope not today. This is going to be the 1ZVZ we have in this clan war, this team battle. Savor it. Enjoy it. It's going to be Roach Wars, I hope. I hope it lasts 30 minutes.
Good.
I would eat that up.
Dark is 4-0 on this map. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, we've seen him do a lot of work on this map against Protoss, against Terran. I remember when he first did the Corruptor Ling Bane against Terran on this map. It's where he got his hype from, I believe.
I think that just said Dark Zerg Dark.
That's pretty...
End it.
Average, I guess. But yes.
I think it said. I'm not, 100% on the Korean. But as it stands here, guys, it looks like both of these guys are going to set their drones on rally to the natural. We should just see Hats first versus Hats first.
Yeah, no crazy shenanigans this time around. It is very hard to get an early pull off on this map and get damage done because of that rush distance is so long.
Although players have tried it before.
That is true. That is true. I mean, if you play against Shine on this map, he will do that. Guaranteed, no matter what.
Yeah, I think it may have even actually been him.
I would not have been surprised. It's probably like him doing it to like Sulky or Sue or something like that. One of the Zerg players that will most definitely be going for Hatch first.
Shine's like 9-0 versus Sulky, by the way.
Yeah,
that was a stat that was coming out in last season. It was pretty funny.
That's so silly, man. It's probably like 8 of them were like Bane all-ins.
I think maybe 9 of them were or Bane all-ins.
Yeah.
It was just it's pretty brutal.
Oh,
what Shine was doing to that guy.
It's disgusting. It should not be okay.
We do see Dark goes for 2 extra drones before the hat, or rather before the pool. So I guess he will get a small victory there, although he will have a later pool.
Yeah, much later pool. I think we saw a bit of a... I wasn't keeping track of Rogue's build, but it looks like he did go for that much earlier pool.
Yeah, he went for a pool right after the hatch, I believe.
So like a 14 pool. That makes sense. It is the kind of the build you want to do. If you're afraid of those early pool sort of aggressions, it can be the one thing that keeps you alive. It's the one thing that kept a Zerg alive in recent times, whose name I forget. It was Rogue against another Zerg whose name I just can't remember.
Maybe
right
it was
now.
Shine Man. Who knows?
No, but I remember that Rogue ended up right-clicking 2 banelings into a hatchery.
Oh, why don't I remember that either?
Yeah.
I was watching that game, man.
It was a great time.
Well, we do see 2 lings out here for Rogue with that earlier hatch. Dark going to go for 2 as well. Once this hatch is done, are going to finish up here. He's going to go for the speed a bit earlier. Rogue now has the gas to go for speed if he wants.
If he wants.
But still no speed throw down.
Yeah, this kind of leads me to believe, especially with that second queen queued up, he wants to go into roaches. He wants to go into kind of he wants to avoid the speedlings. He's kind of mined enough to get him enough. So if there's any lings that are going to come into his base, he can simply start upgrading it, then cancel it once they're gone. Kind of give that impression that lings will be on the map in due time, which will kind of slow down any sort of third base that Dark may want to make. It's kind of a mind game, but a very smart one at that.
We do see 4 queens in total are going to be made here for Rogue.
18 lings on the way for Dark. Dark wants to end this early. He's going to have banelings with this as well. And we're only just seeing a spine crawler being made now for Rogue.
Could be a bit late, and those lings with speed, man, if there's not a wall, they can just run right by it in the main.
He's going to make a wall now, ASAP. He's going to see it. He knows exactly what's up. A lot of lings running across the map.
He's going to see everything, and he's making that wall as fast as possible.
He's going to make this happen
He's going to have it. He's going to have it. He's going to have the spine behind it.
He's going to have
spine
it now.
is nearly done.
It's going to be close, Valdez. He can try and right-click down one of these Evos. Maybe
like that's what he's going to go for. Got a pretty nice surround there on that Evo. Or rather the Roachhorn, like you were saying. Going to make another Evo here in the back.
Oh, is that going to hold?
It's going to be really close. The lings get by. The drones are 2 late pulled here. Not all of them get by, but some are already in the main.
He's going to do a bit of damage. He's definitely giving Dark the window to drone up and trying to catch up in drones. And maybe go for a third base, because he has scouted everything he needs to scout to know that he is in no sort of danger of any sort of counterattack.
Ooh, some Banes being morphed there, but fortunately Rogue does see that. Had to be canceled. Trying to go some more picks at those drones. One more Baneling being made in the other corner of the base. We'll have to see if Rogue does spot that.
Well, I mean, one Baneling will not do too much unless there's a couple of lings to help right-click down the red drones.
And some of those drones must be pretty low.
We got only like 1.
Okay.
Even that is not much. He didn't really have to pull the drones, but he wants to be safer than sorry. He gets rid of the Baneling. 1 ling remains. He has stabilized. But is he ahead? I say no.
Well, you know, Dark definitely has that, what is it called? The drone lead. He's also getting the scout here on when that third base is going to come down, maybe even delay it with the ling, whereas he's getting his own third base back at home.
He's even making some extra lings that are going to help out in trying to cancel this. The creep spread is not up there yet. And yeah, he is going to get that third base a little bit earlier. He's on par with the range upgrade and only slightly behind in the roach speed, so Dark is doing very well for himself.
Oh my god, this is Dark, man. This is so annoying. He's just buying as much time as possible.
And to a player that is so fragile mentally, that could be a horrible thing.
Yeah, and also, once you delay it a lot, it's going to give less health to the hatchery when you try to cancel it, like you were saying with these lings that are coming in here. Fortunately for Rogue, he will have enough units here, it looks like, to push this away. The roaches as well as a couple of queens getting in position.
Yeah, he's going to have more than enough to kind of defend. But he was forced to make roaches this early on. And we do see roaches coming out for Dark as well, not choosing to drone up the third base just yet. Maybe afraid of a possible counterattack from Rogue, seeing he did go for nothing but roach, avoided the lings in general. Ling's keeping tabs on when those where those roaches are, and if he can do any damage. Got to make sure he knows where they are so he can make the appropriate amount of roaches if he needs to. Like right now, he can go in, he'll see no roaches, There's not really any overlords in position either to kind of scout this until they're closer towards Dark's base, which is the next problem.
Oh man, Ling's running into the main here with the speed. Oh, and some of these drones actually caught transferring. He does get one, and he's going to get a full scout of the main base as well.
Roach count is much bigger, or big enough for Dark at this point. 22-16 of Rogues.
Yeah, and he's going to totally shut down that attack. Rogue sees that number of roaches, and he just backs off back to his base. Going to try to fight with the Spine Crawler as well as his reinforcements and the Queens, which will be very good. But at the same time, Dark makes 15 drones back at home.
Yep,
he's not looking to try to kill Rogue here. He's actually just looking to get a small advantage.
Exactly. He's kind of just applying pressure, forcing Rogue to make roaches he shouldn't be making right now, because he still needs to saturate properly that third base. Only 8 drones on Rogue's third base to the 18 now of Dark's.
We've got a macro hatchery here in the main. Going to have a lot more larvae when it comes to it a little bit later on in the game.
Very nice contaminate from Dark as well. Getting that +2. Very critical. I don't think we've had a look at it on this stream.
Yeah, we didn't actually get to see that. I'm glad you pointed that out, Moonglade. You got
I'm the
server
observer.
PC.
Yeah, man, I'm observing myself.
And now Roach looking to put on the pressure, but his drones are later. Like we were saying, he did make a lot of those roaches out here, and Dark can easily reinforce with a lot of roaches to pop out, and that attack's going to do absolutely nothing. Do see double contaminate does come out of Rogue as a kind of retaliation there, but it's only going to get onto the +1 armor, which is not all that important.
Far less important at this stage of the game.
Yeah. Burrow movement here being made by Dark. Knows he has a small lead, wants to get ahead by this possibly. In a fight against, equal roach count, you can use that to your ability to micro and harass the different bases if they don't have detection.
Yeah,
it'd be very, very annoying.
It's really the hardest thing to deal with the Zerg at this time of the game, especially like if you let even 3 roaches go by into a main, like you have to pull roaches, you have to defend, you have to pull drones away because they'll be one-shotting drones, and it really just splits up your army to the point where Dark's army can just come in and get a better concave and just win the game, because at this stage of the game, it's entirely positional.
That it is. We do see a changeling coming in here, trying to get the scout down. Dark's +2 has finished, but he knows that he can't really attack up into that concave, so he's going to try to go around here while taking that 4th base in the middle of the map. The Overlords will see this, and Rogue will move into position. +2 for both players is completed, whereas Rogue just has the +1 armor here.
Ooh. I like this Rogue kind of being aggressive, going to force Dark back. Going to be losing some roaches for it as well. Nice maneuver there.
Yeah, only a couple of roaches, in fact. And he's going to try to come in here and counterattack at the third base with just 4 roaches. Really delaying against Rogue, just running him around the map and trying to get a lot of damage done with those 4 roaches. At the same time, some burrow roaches looking to get into the main, while Rogue is distracted here at the third.
And it's so hard to deal with these because they're regenerating so much. They're moving so fast on the creep. This is the biggest problem. And now a massive concave advantage for Dark.
And a huge advantage as well in numbers, and he's going to catch Rogue out here. No Overseer, though. He does morph one right now, but at the same time, that harass by those burrowed roaches going into the main.
He's getting way too far ahead from these roaches. Doesn't seem like Rogue was very prepared for it at all, and now things are getting horrible.
Rogue really controlling this game. Already 10 drones going down there in the main and possibly the natural. He's got such a great position out here in the concave, using the building placement of Rogue against him, and now trying to send even more burrowed roaches away for more harass. It looks like Rogue will be able to take this fight, though.
Yeah, he will be. Bit of a waste there, but still going to get away. No Observer, no Overseer, and the natural is kind of being routed, man. 14 drones have gone down.
Yeah, man, this is almost too much damage. Look at the work counts in the top right. 63 to 41, and it's constantly decreasing. Dark going to go for another attack.
Just the momentum behind Dark's attacks at this point is just relentless, because he can just continually burrow roaches, throw them at every base, and burrow them and rinse repeat while he's making a better army at home.
There's absolutely no damage being done to Dark Space at the same time. He's constantly got those 4 bases. It doesn't look like he's really mining from the 4th base in the middle, kind of just more forward.
Oh, concave advantage once again. Are we going to see Rogue? No, he's just going to lose that hatch and commit to a fight.
Oh, man. I'm not sure about the number of roaches here for Rogue. It seems like he's got a pretty healthy amount here, so even though Dark does have that concave, it's going to be pretty close.
Yeah, it looks like he will overcome. Same time, though, we are seeing that counterattack into the third base again. from Dark. You know, while he's doing this, he's taking hits in the main army.
Dark really has to be careful.
He's destroying everything. He has to be careful of a counterattack. He cannot go too far, but he is making 28 roaches at the same time.
Yeah, as long as he can hold off this attack, he should be just fine to win this game. There's no mining at the third or even natural at this point in time. Like you were saying, those reinforcements are so important for Dark right now. He just needs to hold on. Here we go.
And this is simply too much, and a great concave for Dark. He should be able to clean this up and secure him the game.
Oh, yeah, man. And the transfuses as well. Now Dark pushing forward. Rogue looks defeated now. The fans cheering for Dark here. This army gets totally cleaned up. And although he doesn't have an overseer with this army, he will kill most of those roaches. It looks like Rogue now trying to group up here, but Dark's not going to let him. And he's just going to push forward. That concave does not matter. Dark's got too much stuff. GG.
Very solid game from Dark. Got complete control with his burrowed roaches, and Rogue was just completely unprepared for it.
Yeah, man, kind of exactly what we were expecting. Like, if I could have painted a picture of what I thought this game was going to look like, it would have been that game, man.
You would have painted burrowed roaches, Valdez. That is
pretty much.
That is accurate.
They're pretty hard to paint, but I'll try my best. So Dark does take that win, and it puts Jin Air on their last lifeline. And
well,
who's that going to be?
I wonder who they're going to rely on for that. It must be Maru.
Yeah.
There is no one else at this point, no one that comes close to him when it comes to the ace match. And
this is so hard. Like, even though it is very close, SKT definitely gets a huge advantage by this, because even though I said it again, Maru.
Mark could be his English name.
Maru has shown that he can defeat Dark quite easily by just doing pretty much just rally pushes across the map. Terran versus Zerg on the creep even, with incredible splits and Widowmine hits as well. Maru's very, very strong at that, but that's a tiring game. Dark loves his macro games against Terran. He's going to force Maru into this super long game that's going to tire him out for innovation, if Maru even wins.
Yeah, that's a big if as well. It's going to be hard. Dark is on point today, which is one thing to know. One thing that he's been lacking in recent times. It's scary, man. Merry-Go-Round is not the easiest map for ZVT either. So getting that fourth base can be difficult. Getting that creep spread on the map can be difficult. But if anyone can do it, it's Dark.
That is true, man. I love that we get the banners side by side here. And I'm loving the fact that Dark is on point as well, like you said. Kind of playing his confident game, and now taking 2 wins, one against SOS and one against Rogue. He's got to face that last matchup in Terran. Back when he was getting very, very strong, people began to notice him for his very unique style against Terran, using Corruptors instead of Mutas. We did see him fall to a couple of Terrans recently, especially MMA going 0-2, but MMA kind of utilized the mech style. Maru not really known for using mech, and Maru was able to take him out last time with Bio 2 times in a row. I don't think Maru's going to use mech.
No, I don't think so. Especially on this map, you just don't see mech on Merry-Go-Round for a reason. It's